listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to Upptalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say Upptalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
If you come to this is demo plan basically. If you come to time off tab, you see here you include the all time offs, right? There are two payout time offs options. One is for termination, one is for balance. For now, we have just one time off included here, right? Wherever we go from both the options, we'll find only one time off. What you have listed here, you can include. You can mention or pay out time of anything from this list. Now let me explain you the concept here. What is termination adjustment and transfer adjustment? Basically, upon termination, let's say some employee is being terminated in month of March. Some somewhere in May. There might be some balance left from his annual time of balance. That in this case we have a vacation balance. I am the back. If some Indian employee is being terminated in March, you might have some balance left, or maybe there will be some case where the employee has used more balance. Being terminated in May will for them. The base would be adjusted accordingly. Making sense? Can you just repeat that again? I know you have a cough now, still. It's from last 2 months. It looks like you know it would be going. I've done multiple tests. I don't know. Everything looks like there is no way. I keep asking because I told my internet is not good. Sometimes I feel that I have an unstable network that I'm not you. Not because you are on mute or maybe you have a cough, but that's the reason which I don't want to miss out, if at all. If I'm not answering or something, either it could be an issue or something else. But continue. Just explain termination. Got it. What I was explaining here, the termination adjustment. Basically, if some employee is being terminated. The death march, you said. The example I took, it was telling me of March or anywhere throughout the balance period. Not just March in any month. At the point of termination, every employee must be having some balance left over. Correct. Maybe the case the employee has left with zero balance, right? For them, there will be no payment. For employee who has overutilized, for them, there will be a payment deduction right. For them who has left for them, equivalent pay will be made based upon the company policy. Some company pays the base pay, some company pays the gross pay, right? Based upon the policy. But here, this termination payout ensures, like what are the balance left that amount gets paid to that worker. Generally here, you have an option to include the same time off but work the recommends to use a separate time of a payout and separate time of a transfer if you have any. But in most of the cases, in general cases, you will not find any time off for transfer adjustment. But concept wise, I'll tell you basically what happens if in case of any internal movement. How exactly? If you see maybe your company, right, a VMware or XYZ company is having, they start themselves in India with 2 or 3 entity, maybe let's say 1, 2, 3, XYZ Limited. And another is 4, 5, 6 YZ Limited rate. They have a different sector of business. One is like BPO, one is IT services, another is something else. Right. Let's say someone is being transferred from BPO to IT services. Right. Since the company is XYZ Limited itself. Right. But entity is being changed. The policy will be changed. You might be seeing for people who are into XYZ IT services for them. Little. Policy is different from ZB Pure Limited. In that case, one scum employee is being transferred from one to another. It's very similar to, as a company, if we see on company level XYZ Limited uses work to manage their staff. They use Workday system to manage their leave or absence, whatever. Once one employee is being transferred from XBPO to XYZ IT services, their balance, whatever balance outstanding balance was in under BPO Limited, should be settled there. Either it can be transferred to the next company, depends on the policy, or else should be paid out to employee in form of cash. Making sense? The below what I see. Please go ahead. I'll take you back. Basically pay your time off. You are by default, we will have 2 options. One is a balanced time of balance, time for adjustment. What to do with an internal transfer thing piece. The other one could be the time of termination adjustment, where if employees are quiet. Now, in both the scenarios, it is employee who decide what kind of time off needs to be adjusted. Now we are taking vacation time off. Either it could be annually. Is that what expectation? Also, this is an only. In that. If you are tagging anything right, basically we are enabling this leave type. If somebody is being transferred, then this balance would be either transferred or paid out. Paid out means to be paid out in form of cash. Now here you have an option. There is no harm, You can use this one day. Vacation time off. How it will What I mean basically, just to give me a moment, it will be clear to you. You are now creating one more time. If you see it now, there is a true time off now, or a vacation time off, what we had already. And one I have created, that is vacation time off payout. Taking this under this. Now let me pick an employee. Have you ever, come and see here when you go and over this option time and absence. What are the options? You see it. Or if not, then please do write. Let me know specifically then where you see time off, time, not time. This is something related to time, right? But anyway, like whatever thing you see and you have any question, maybe I can explain you which is relevant to you and which is not. Specifically, where you see either absence or time off. Those things are related to, or maybe leave, right? Leave time off, absence, right? Those things are related to absence and leave of absence, right? Please go through it, explore and all. Let me know. We can discuss. Say you see or maintain. You see here. This task name was maintain accrual and time off. Adjustment and overrides. Here is something called automated adjustment. That's what we are going to enable by mentioning here should be taken care automatically by system. If somebody is being terminated, right, the leftover balance should be adjusted accordingly. If you are terminating somebody, if there is a termination adjustment for him, there will be a tab named termination adjustment for him and will be showing the specific balance for him. Let's do one thing. Pick this worker. Pick this worker. We will terminate him in March or April. Before going there are multiple terminus. Let me terminate him. How do we terminate? Normally that has been initiated by the manager, right? Manager. Know the process, basically the navigations. It has to be in the job, right? Job change. See, for us, I don't know whether it's the mandate in the job section for us, like summary below. There is a job, no, not there. Exactly here. Under job, we had an option. No, not here. There is no option. There is a no clickable item here, right? Take on action by any chance on top of Isha or the from their action. Now can you navigate? 1. Can you go to job change? Start a change request. 1 minute. There are too many things here, but we had a very few like terminate employed. One more thing for your understanding. The common question may be for your interview to be helpful. The number of tasks you see right based upon the security access privilege you have. I have logged in at Jacqueline. Right. What are the access given to Jacqueline? I'm able to access. Maybe if a proxy as this employee is done. He might not be having any access. This is a man. See, he has options. He must find, just one or two or not, that as well. Let's say coming in. You remember yesterday we have made the changes in system anybody had before 15. We'll be getting a full accrual. Anybody had after 15 will not be getting accrual. This person is hired on 20th of June. There is no accrual for him in month of January, but there is a 2.25 days of accrual in a month of February. Again, I'm getting on 12th that he'll be getting accrual in March. And you see, this is a practice done and the multiple things. Tomba. People, that's what you know. You see, when I initiate terminate, it goes on assign and it is asking me to assign. In real tenant, it doesn't happen in this way. Once you initiate any process, it goes to a specific get or whatever the assigned member. There is, I will go here. In process, we'll see. Termination review to employ, termination for automating that. There is a process, basically a Workday service, that is named as just time off balances should be a part of your termination process, right? That's not there if we go. Please, be a little here. At the end, if we go after, there is no termination, not just mentioned it. What we will do, if you have, this is called as a event. If you see here, terminate is on what kara or hire is on what kara, job changes on what kara promotion is on, or with human, the process name, with some employee name that is called as an event. That it could be. It could be offered in this process event. If you want to know, in our system there are, I guess, more than 100 terminate business process created by every training who have attended. Here if you want to know this business process is using what definition, you come here business process. You have here option view definition. It uses termination default definition. All go here at this step. What we wanted at it. You can edit business process with current date or future date, not the. I'll come here. I just. Why is at the? Or maybe he's already there. I'll be adding those at last. This is service. You see it. I just am aware of. If you want this to be a card on termination date, right? Click this and you mention the due date. But 2, it is based on effective date. Here it says right. Basically on termination date, it will be active. I'm not marking. This service is tipped should always be kept. After completion, that's what I mark this as. I'm sending the previous sum in essence, and again I will reprocess with the same day. Just give me a moment, please. Please. I'm sorry I took a long time. Now I look a little, but hear from job change terminate employee. Right. There is in general this, both are not the same. That's what they have prime days. If you open, it says the same. But why is the reason being asked primarily and secondarily when? No, it can't be right. That's what they built. Two reasons like why you are leaving the company. Now it will be just isn't that the primary? Basically. They all have an option too. Now if you see, for him this is also completed. At this time of the step is completed. If you go and check now, you see. Yes, termination. And now you see what other leftover balance he had was paid to him. If tell me one thing, say if at all, if I would have been selected. Balance transfer, then you're telling the tab would have been displayed as balance transfer. Is that what? No, anyway, we are doing a termination. We are doing termination. If it is. And we are transferring this person that will come under balance transfer. I have not. I guess I've used for one or two customers that balance transfer. But this termination adjustment is commonly used for every customer will not be there for sick leave. Generally people when gets terminated the sick leaves are not being paid, mostly up. The PTO that's called as a paid time off. In some cases it's called as a vacation on leave, whatever. Right? Those are being paid on terminations. Now there is a homework. Just do your own work and let me know why it's not working. One thing is not working. This person would have been paid out as 4.5. Please. I was telling. That rule is not happening correctly in this case. This person would have received 2.25 days for February month and same amount for March. Total balance at 4.5 point. In his case total. 4.5 would have been paid right. But only 2.25 is being paid. Now this is your own work. Just find and make the accrual work correctly. Accrual is not working correctly. If not tomorrow, we'll see that. You understood. How will be? How will be? It will be validating that you come here and you might have seen, noticed, and already I have told you. Time of result by period. Right? You see, this employee is not in a pro. For him, all entire period is not being shown. Just a March. It's being shown. If you see, this is the column you have to check. This is 1 to 5 in March, but he's being terminated on 12th of March, basically before 15th. Just opened. If it is, for example, 20th of March, he would have been given to point to 5 again. I remember, if I recollect the previous one. Sometimes it can also be a pro data basis. It is not that we need to pay full. It could be 1 point, like if that's being divided by number of days. I think that's what we can build a rule, right? Yesterday we did, but again overrated once a month as. This requirement. Now if you go and see, right? You have various value here and there is an option of clicking there. Once you click, you will see in detail like 2.25 days paid under. What time of day for me? The termination adjustment is completed at this moment. I hope you understood what is termination adjustment. What is balance transfer adjustment, right? We have seen an example of termination adjustment as well. For Vishal, we have done this. What you're asking me, are you asking me to? Well, it's not. It's honest work. It is in a month, right? For him, it should be given some. This balance rate. Just, check and make it work. It's not. We can look at this tomorrow. This time of topic is closed. There is one additional thing I'm going to tell you. Basically a type of time of right. What we have. We'll go on create time of plan. There is something called accrue. The 1 second accrue as co-plan. One second. I'll name this as a brief mentally. But it meant them of Bremen what it is. Is it because someone who died in the past? Then this is given to the everything is will remain same. Here what we want. It will again on days. The important or required column. We are filling. Just have a look while I'm creating this. For now, I'm putting a dummy. I'm serving this. Now what I want to achieve. Let's say somebody's died in employee's family. In that case, you do not want employees to stop taking a leave. And you do not want to restrict the number of days. Let's say somebody this month, maybe who is very close, who died employee, has a very good as a 2 months again, some unfortunate circumstances comes and some other member dies in a relative or family. Then again employees taking another 2 or 3 days of families. This here. In this case, company doesn't want to restrict like, hey, you already have taken remit in this year. Now, if somebody dies in your family, then you are not allowed to take the leave as type of brimming right. Will have to take from your PTO or some other day. This plan is called something accrue as go. You mean as the leave goes, the same number of approval will be given that it doesn't go unpaid. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.